is a video showing you how we can focus on the Texas market and leverage some of the sales automation tools within Salesforce.com to make us more productive. So this is GeoPoint. It's a mapping app. What I did is I just went in and I said to GeoPoint, give me all of the well licenses, new well licenses in Texas in the last week, and so I can get a visual view of that. So here's an example from a heat map perspective, and I can drop markers on there, go in, take a look at each one of the individual records, trend some of the data, so on and so forth, so I can get more familiar with the geographic setup of where these well licenses are going. I also had a standard report that said, hey, show me license date, and then I had this from 12/30, and then show me by count, record count. So here's a list of all the companies that have been taking out new well licenses. You know, you can come into Salesforce, you could say show details, and then it will come in and will show me the details of each one of the records. In this particular case, I'm just going to hide the details and I want to look at the accounts subsequently. Then I want to come in and I want to say, hey, let's take a look at EOG resources. And I've opened up a new tab, and here's the account EOG resources. So when I'm in the account record itself, I can use something like a report chart to see the areas that they're the most active in and the areas that they've been the most active in. So this Gonzales has been the area that has been the most active. We can come down. I have LinkedIn Navigator plugged right into Salesforce, and I can come in and I can look at people, those types of things. I can also see that they are a public company, and I can do report links. So I can come in and I could say from my stock quote, let's go in and take a look at it, and that links me directly to Google Finance. And then I can do a couple things. I want to go in and take a look at their financials inside of Google Finance, or I can go down, and one thing I like to use a lot is the people that are related to the account. Are there anybody there that I should be focusing on? Here's Executive Vice President of Expiration, the President. So important people that I should maybe be following on Twitter or LinkedIn on that side of it. So I'm going to just quickly come down and take a look at the records down here. Here's all of the well licenses that we've been putting into Salesforce to allow us to take a look at this. And then I'm just going to do a quick look at the Gonzales field. And when I look at that, what I'm interested in, if I can find it, is where is the play. So mostly what I'm seeing is that this is the Eagleford play for EOG, and I know they happen to be a major player in that particular area. I then want to come back up here and go to EOG resources, back to the account record, and then we can go in and we can take a look at our tool, our LinkedIn tool for EOG resources. And one of the things I like about the Navigator one is I can go in here and I can say, hey, let's take a look at all the employees inside of there. And then I'm going to say, well, you know what I'm interested in is I'm interested in anybody that might have reference to Eagleford in their names, because that might be an area that I'm taking a look at. So now we start to see Scott, production manager. Here's a division expiration manager. So whether I'm into the production side of things or I'm into the drilling side of things, these are the things that I might be people I might be focused at. So we'll look at Donald here and open up his particular record. Go Control F, and I want to find out where he's making reference to Eagleford. And then right here it says overseeing the Barnett Shale Drilling Group. And I have since transferred the San Antonio division working with the Eagleford Shale. So now when I want to go in, I want to connect with this individual, I want to start my discussions with him, I can see things that he is expert at, high pressure drilling, customer supervising, and then over here I can see that he's focused on, came over from one division and he's working in the other division. And then I can take a look at, he worked for a vendor, a couple of vendors at one time. Now he's working for a provider. So those might be things that if I'm looking at competitive situations, he might have a tendency for those types of companies. One thing that is interesting in Salesforce is that I can then come in here, in LinkedIn, I could click on it, create in Salesforce, and then I could add this particular individual directly into Salesforce. So when I come back to my instance of Salesforce, I would then have him as a contact, and I could start my sales process accordingly. So that's an example of how we would use the mapping, LinkedIn integration, and the Enerlead data inside of our Salesforce platform to make us more productive in selling into the Texas market.